name is Leah, and I am live for the Artistry Collective. It is Shauna from Frapps Scraps, myself, Leah from Make All the Things With Me, and Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. On Wednesday nights, we go live. It's been about every other Wednesday. But yeah, we collaborate, we go live with a common theme, and each one of us interprets it our own little way. So welcome in, say hi. I lost a little bit, some track of time. I had some cleaning up to do. I haven't been live in a while. I was going to do a totally different project, and then I couldn't find the main piece of my project, the main technique, the main star of the show. So we just kind of pivoted a little bit and doing something different with a Dollar Tree plate. I love this. It's kind of neat. It has this debossed bubbly design. And it's gold. I'm not going to leave it gold. I'm going to paint it, and I have the sunflower stencil, and I don't know, just yellow and sunflowers. They scream summer, more like the end of summer than the beginning of summer. Hey, Bobby Lynn from the Country Cowbell. How are you? Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, get me out there. Let's get some friends in here. Spread the word. Subscribe to all of our channels. We are all here to grow and just get the YouTube feels, the YouTube vibe. I'm not feeling too well. I mean, I'm feeling okay. I'm just a little bit tired. So an hour before Shauna went on, I was like, I need a little nap because I only had like 3 minutes of sleep. I'm just gonna bring myself up here. I was watching Shauna, so I'm still on her page. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Who knows how this craft is going to go tonight. Hey, Karen, how are you, my friend? You're well. You're so excited to be watching you live. Yes, the YouTube. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be like my best live ever. Like I said, last night I had to take my daughter to the emergency room. My daughter is an adult. She's not a small child. We got there a little bit after 9. It was like 1:45, and we still had not been seen. And she was like, Mom, I can't do this. I cannot do this. I feel bad. You know, you're here. And her boyfriend was there because he took us. And I was like, we're here. We've already put this time in, but there were people there. I mean, it's not like it was packed, but there were so many people. But I don't understand. Can somebody please explain to me why you have to wait 5 hours? I've heard of people waiting 16 hours. I don't understand what's going on with the emergency room. I really could just rant. It's just so, it's a lot. Like, it's just so frustrating. Are they short-staffed? I mean, I'm in the medical fields. I'm in the dental field. Yeah, we're short-staffed. We're crazy short-staffed. Hey, Shauna from Frapps Scraps. How are you, my friend? I need to try that little folio. Yes, she's fine. So we left. Because at 1:45, she went up, and the lady was like, it's probably maybe going to be another hour before we have a room for you. And it's crazy. It happens in Canada too. Oh my goodness. I mean, is it everywhere? Is it here? I don't know. And I had called a few hospitals, and I was like, because there's probably like 6 hospitals within a 45-minute radius of me, and then there's more if I spread out. And you know, they couldn't tell me a wait time. But it was just like, it's not that there was a lot of people, but there was nobody going in and out. Like and then of course, like, there was the baby, they went in first, then there was a man on an oxygen tank who couldn't breathe. Of course, they took him right away. But like, I don't know, I think this needs to be talked about. This needs to be addressed. And I'm sorry, I know this has nothing to do with crafting, but everything to do with chatting. But it was nuts. So we came home today. This morning she went and saw the doctor. She's gonna be fine. She just needed a really strong antibiotic. And we're just gonna see how it goes. But like, it's sad. It's so sad that, you know, you don't get seen. I mean, I don't ever remember having to wait hours and hours and hours. We were there from 9:15 until 1:45. So that's what, like 10, 11, 12, 1, almost 5 hours we were there. It's nuts. Thank you so much. Prayers are so appreciated. Thank you for the sharing. I appreciate that. Okay. I missed you girls. Oh my goodness. Like, we could have gone live last week, but it's not the same if all three of us don't go on. And I like the every other week. That works perfectly for me. I was kind of wishing it was the off week. But that little power nap did me good. I think I'm ready to craft. Let's see if I can do this. All right, the coffee is coming. It is hot. I really need like an iced coffee, but I've got hot coffee here. Oh, goodness. Shauna from Frapps Scraps, I don't think you talked about what you were drinking. What are you drinking tonight? You said it was a beautiful day. We had a beautiful day too. Yesterday was really hot and muggy, and today, not so hot and muggy. It was beautiful. Hey, Lavon, how are you, my friend? Yeah, I said to the girls, Shauna sends the description, and I said to the girls, all right, I'm really super tired because I did go to work. I went to work today on 3.5 hours sleep. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take a nap. So if something happens, I won't know until Shauna comes on. So, and I set my alarm for an hour and I snoozed it. I'm not going to lie. I snoozed it. And then I was like, I got to get up. You got your iced latte? Oh, I had that for right before I came home from work. My job is right next to oh my gosh, I've got tired brain. It's right next to a Starbucks. And I was like, yeah, I need something with a lot of espresso. Iced coffee for the win for you. All right, friends. So if you missed the very beginning, I got this plate a couple months ago. I have cut down my shopping, so I'm not buying as much. But I do like to go visit Dollar Tree, see what they have. And if there's anything there that's new, that I think, okay, that's new, it's different, so I'll get it. So this was new and different at Dollar Tree. You know, you've seen like the wood pattern and the ribbed pattern, but I have never seen this pattern right here. It's debossed little bubbles. And it's beautiful, just like this. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could have gotten a few of them and just used them as chargers. It's a charger around my table. Although, like, gold is not my color, but it is pretty. I can change things, right? And I have my favorite sheepskin chalk paint by Folk Art, the home decor paint right there. I'm just going to paint it. And, you know, a lot of times the paint doesn't stick very well, so I very well may have to seal this. And usually I use a brush, and I'm thinking maybe a foam brush will work better. So I'm going to give this a really quick base coat, and then the next coat, this will give the next coat something to really stick to. I found that works. Has anybody seen these at their Dollar Tree? Has anybody used these? Oh boy, I'm gonna have to really work hard to get into those bubbles, but you know what? I kind of like it. I may have to pivot this project to get into the debossed areas. right. They almost look like raindrops. Oh, really? Oh my God. Michael's and Hobby Lobbies have some amazing clearance items. Oh, and the Lowe's your son works at has tons of clearance for wood surfaces. Oh, Levon. I've got to go check it out. You know, Lowe's has a craft section. I bought some really cool craft surfaces. That sign right there is from Lowe's, and it's really inexpensive. And this is from Lowe's. It was $1.98, and it is 12 by 12. And at Michael's, I got 2 of these, a little bit smaller. It's like 10 by 10, a 2-pack. It was $9.99, and then they had like 50% off. But still, $1.98 or $89, one of those two at Lowe's. And that's their regular price. That's not even their sale price. So I was like, that's great. Because I paid twice that at Michael's on clearance or on sale or whatever it was. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It's been my backdrop. Those things, they're on clearance. All right, I'm going to have to go check it out. Because I have not been buying. My surface supply is really starting to get smaller, which is really nice. And I've been going through my stash, and I have been donating it, gifting it. The stuff that I've had that I haven't used, that I'm getting that mindset of someday I'm going to use it. I'm getting rid of that, because if I've had it for over a year and I haven't used it, and let's face it, most of my stuff I've had for way, way over a year. You know, just in case. It's like with my paper scraps. I used to save every little tiny scrap. No more. No more. I'll let it go. If it's a big scrap, I'll save it. But if it's a real small one, no. Did you pick anything up, Levon? Tell me what you got. And I love those big rounds that you can make a stool or a tray, or that round that I made last Friday. That's only $7.99. And that's over by like where all the wood is. Shelby from Red Brick Home Crafts. Hi, you made it to YouTube and you can comment. Yay! Oh, my friend. Oh, my friends. Okay. I am so happy, everyone. If you see pages, channels on here, please subscribe to their channels. It really makes a difference. It really helps. We are YouTube fans, and we want to grow our channel. So give us, please, the thumbs up, comment, share us out, help us grow. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. So this wood round, it is 14 inches, and it makes beautiful signs. I made this last week. I have to deliver it to a friend because I made it for my friend. And I haven't tried any of their craft paint yet, but that's on my list. As I'm using up, I'm trying other things. You got 2 rolls of burlap, and oh, I haven't seen burlap, and 5 wood surfaces and some burlap pennants. I haven't seen any of the burlap. I am going to have to go check it out, because you can never have enough burlap. All right, so I just put that first coat on here, and this is what it looks like. It always looks like this. Sometimes it could take 2 coats, 3 coats. A lot of times what I usually do is sand it first so that the paint will stick to it. So do you think sunflowers are a summer flower? I usually think of them as like end of summer. But like I said, I was going to make a totally different project. And I'm going to save it for another time because the main technique, I needed the supply and I couldn't find it. So I had to pivot at the last minute. So what kind of summer home decor pieces do you make? Do you like to do? I find it hard to do everyday summer, spring decor pieces. I like themes. I like patriotic. I like if you do fall themes. Summer and spring I kind of struggle with. Winter is kind of easy too. You know, you just throw a snowflake or a snowman on everything. I am painting this Dollar Tree round, and then I have this sunflower stencil from Essential Stencils that I'm going to just stencil on there, and I'm just making, I don't know if I'm going to put a hanger on it or if I'm going to put it like on a plate stand and just have it as a shelf sitter. Use chef flake flowers in your windows. Oh, that's a good idea. You know what? I'm going to tell you a funny story. So I am constantly on the lookout now. Since I decided not to spend money on craft supplies, there was a construction site by my job. I was collecting wood. And then if I'm going by and somebody's got stuff down at the end of their driveway that they're giving away. So I got these two cabinet doors that have acrylic behind it. So it looks like windows, like little squares. I grabbed that last year, and I grabbed, I found a set of shutters. They're still sitting in my stash. I don't know what to do with them. But, I don't know. I need to do something. And then I found a really cute little tiny palette that I am going to, I want to do Americana. I want to do a flag on it. But I posted about it on my Facebook page, and a lot of people showed me great ideas to do, kind of build a flower or an herb garden with it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I've been collecting little herb plants in pots, and I've been taking care of them, and they're just kind of sitting outside. And so I think as soon as I get a chance one weekend, I'm going to paint it. And I've been working on my garden outside. I've been spending a lot of time outside since the weather got nice. It's been so wonderful to be outside. Summer just throws a sunshine or a popsicle. Well, you know, that's so funny because I have this napkin right here. This is what I was going to use tonight. I was going to do this on a project. But I wanted to try a new technique, new to me, and I was missing something, so I'm going to save that one. Microgreens for the palette. So yeah, my weekends have been spent outside, just doing yard work, working. I'm growing flowers, a garden. Not so much vegetables. I've been helping my parents with the vegetables, but more I want to do an herb garden. But I don't want the garden in the ground. I want it in this palette that I have to like rebuild. Summer just throws, okay, we got that, microgreens, and yes! Oh, goodness. All right, friends, so don't forget, just a quick reminder, in my description, I have the links to Frapps Scraps and Christie's Crafty Cottage. Go on over to my description, just click on their link. I'll still be here. Heck, if you're watching me from a tablet or a phone and you get a text message, you could just swipe up and I'll be in the little corner and you can text. That is the beauty of YouTube. Don't you all think? right? You can continue using your device. Well, I'm still here. You know, and if you take a phone call, I'll just mute and you get to see me, right? I think this is my number one reason for loving YouTube so much, right? Like, you could do other things. You could check your email and I'll be in the little corner. Right? And then when you're done, or you want to see what I'm doing, you just make me big again. Watching me on the TV, I'm not a big fan of. I don't even want to imagine that. I have a hard time seeing myself reflected back on the phone. Yeah, so last Wednesday we took a day off, and this Wednesday we are here. We are all on. I don't know about next Wednesday, but I think for the summer, I don't know, maybe other Wednesday. I don't know. We'll have to talk about it, girls. But so far, it's been working out as every other Wednesday. And now I have more of my people on YouTube, and maybe we can talk about a YouTube get-together, a YouTube collaboration. All right. So working with these debossed bubbles, not as easy as I thought it was going to be, but it looks pretty. Next Wednesday you have surgery? Finally. Finally. All right, so no live next Wednesday. This is what it's looking like. And what happens is the paint is inside the bubbles. But I love the texture of this. Let's do another coat in the middle, but I think I'm going to use a paintbrush for this coat. This tooth has to go. Yes. It's time. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe they made you wait this long. See, insurance, the whole health field, something's got to change. I mean, it's just ridiculous to make people wait so long. You wait for insurance. You go to the emergency room. You wait. You have to see a specialist. You wait. And I think that was like the reason why I took my daughter to the emergency room, that if she needed an MRI and a special x-ray or a CAT scan, we were there. They would do it. When she goes to the doctor, she has to see a specialist, and I don't know about the rest of the country, but I mean, this area, I'm in the Mid-Hudson Valley region of New York. To get an appointment to see a specialist, you're talking weeks out. If you're a new patient, even if you want to establish care with the primary, my insurance changed, so in January I had to find a new doctor, and I have friends that are nurses, and they recommended a doctor. In January, I called to make an appointment. I have an appointment at the end of this month. 6 months to see a primary doctor. as a new patient. I mean, that's not right. And the same thing happens in our office in the dental field. Forget it. Like, people call and scream at us all the time. Hygienists are in high demand. It's months out down here for specialists. Okay, so that's Florida. The Country Cowbell is in Florida. Frapps and Scraps is in Washington State. Okay? It's insane. And I feel bad. Like, people come into our office and they yell at us like, oh, it took me so long. And, you know, if there's a cancellation, and like we tell people, don't cancel. Whatever you do, cancel the other thing, because otherwise you're going to be out another 9 months. And, you know, the ADA recommends every 6 months for a cleaning. It's a lot. It's frustrating. You know, and so honestly, if you know anybody that is looking to change careers, or anybody young that's going into school, the medical field. But honestly, if you know anyone, tell them to go into hygiene school to become a dental hygienist. They are getting paid top dollar. They are so in demand. If I wasn't my age, if I was younger, I would definitely go back to school. It's sad. That's what you're waiting for too. You booked your appointment about 4 months ago, and my appointment isn't until July. Yeah. You know, and what if you have like a serious problem and you really need to see somebody? And that's what I was worried about. Like, I knew what was going to happen, and I thought, all right, Tuesday night, it might not be so bad, you know? But that's why I took her, in case she needed a special x-ray or whatever. She'd be right there. You've been waiting over a year, and you can hardly walk now. Oh, Shauna. See, this is what's happening. It's not right. It's not right. It is so not right that this is happening. What can we do? All right, so here's what it looks like. That with the brush gave me a nice smooth finish. I really love that. And look at it up close. All right, I don't know if you could tell, but you could see some of the gold that I couldn't cover. All right, and you know, let me go over it with. I'm just gonna, there's some, you know, when the paint goes in and it doesn't dry and it's kind of wet, I'm just going to I don't know, dry it up a little bit. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take my new favorite. This is Valspar Antiquing Glaze. Hey, Lavon, can you get this on sale, or can you get a special price on this? Go get it at Lowe's. This is from Lowe's. It's Valspar Antiquing Glaze. My friend uses it all the time. I dragged my heels, but finally I went out and got some. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. I love the look that it gives projects, and this probably won't take me, I don't know, if I finish early, I'll show you on a wood piece what it looks like just by itself, not on paint. It is so pretty. All right, so it is kind of thick. It's like paint. And I don't know if it comes in any other colors. I only saw this color. You love the dots? I love the dots too. Polka dots are my favorite pattern. All right, and this is a terry cloth sponge. I get these at Harbor Freight. It's just like a foam sponge on the inside and terry cloth around the outside. I had used this with my unicorn spit stain, and this side I'm using for this. So I just dip into it lightly, and I'm new to using this, so I am learning how much pressure, how to use it. So I just, here, just page out, like just on my scrap piece of, this is parchment paper. I just dab it on there, start light, because I don't know exactly how much I grabbed on here, and then I'm just going to go around. I'm just going to go around, and it does give it such a nice, soft, antique look. And, you know, I started off watching other crafters, and they all use the antique wax, and it's nice, you know, to use. But I love to try new products, you know, because I love all the things. And when I find something I like, I do like to share it. And oh goodness, you guys. And this gives it, it's called Antiquing Glaze, and it really does give it a glaze, but it's not like really shiny in your face. Oh gosh. I think I'm going to do the whole plate. And I'm very lightly, very, very, very lightly, just going around. And of course, I don't have a lot on the sponge. I do want to play with this stuff and see the limits, see how much pressure you put on something, what kind of look it gives you. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I'm looking at the image, and it doesn't quite look the same as it does in person, but even with the gold popping through, it looks really, really good. And Lavon, yeah, go get it. I think you'll have better luck distressing with this than you do with the antique wax, because that's always kind of hard. I mean, and I like it. That's all I use. That's all I knew about. And I love learning about new things, and I love things that like stain wood and distress. It looks like gravel. Oh my goodness, it does. And I'm just gently, just kind of lightly going into the middle. And it's bringing out the brush strokes, and it kind of looks crackled. It's kind of cool. It's like the raised edges of the brush strokes. And it kind of looks antique too. Just like it promises. Look. I don't know if you can tell. You're just, listen, I practice and practice and practice. I always hated distressing. I used to paint everything just the way it was, and then I would sand it to make it look distressed, because I am definitely distressing challenged. I used to say distressing stresses me. All right, so we have that. I'm just going to give it a quick dry. It does make it a little bit sticky until it's dry. Okay, so this is the antiquing glaze, the Valspar antiquing glaze on a piece of wood. This is what it looks like when you stain it. You can make it as dark as you want it. You can make it as light as you want it, but just, I don't know. I love this piece. This was a gift. I didn't make this one, but I love just the simplicity of it. But this is Valspar glazing, antique glaze. Okay. Let's do some stenciling. Okay. Where are my stencils? Oh, here they are. And my brushes. We're going to use this. And let's get Maze. Maze by Waverly. And and truffle. Okay. Let's see which one is open. Oh, this one's thick. I hate when the chalk paint, this is what it looks like. It's at the end. It gets old and it gets really clumpy. I put that one to the side. I'm going to add water to it. And I don't need that much. Okay. And of course, too much always comes out. All right. Didn't get everything I needed. All right, I'm going to grab a paper towel. And let's see, let's get a good size. No, maybe that may be too big. All right, so I'm going to use a stencil brush. This is a stencil from Essential Stencil. I am an affiliate. I should have added the link. I can go back and add the link, my affiliate link, in the description. And if you use the code all the things, you get 10% at checkout. Okay. Take the stencil brush, zip it. And I have found lately that I really like using a sponge dauber or a little sponge a little sponge wedge. I like, it seems to be a lot easier to stencil with those. But I'm going to go ahead and use the stencil brush. Dip into the paint, kind of swirl it around to get it on the bottom of the brush. I am not the best at this, but practice. I love it. I love using it. So then on a paper towel, I'm just pouncing it off. You want to start with a dry brush and work the layers up to avoid bleeding. So this stencil is obviously bigger than the inside of this plate, so the edge is sticking up. So you want to be careful of that and just hold it down the best you can. And then just in small circles, just go around the edges. And into the piece. And just pray that you have no bleeding. And if you do, no worries, we can fix it. You can cover up paint. You can sand it off. You can start over. And I'm just going to go till I run out of paint. So I probably had too much paint on my brush. And I don't know what it looks like. I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to wait. It would be smart to look now so I can fix it. But I'm going to blame it on my tired brain. Okay. All right, let's take a quick peek. It looks good. It looks good. It looks good. You know what? When I was going through my paint stash, I don't have every color of paint. You like that stencil? Hey, Laura! How are you, my friend? I so missed you. I missed you today. I needed you, buddy. It was a day. Laurel, right there, is my best friend. She is my coworker. We have been working together for how long, Laurel? Over 12 years, right? We were separated. She went on to another job. We were separated for 3 years, and then there was an opening where she was, and I finally took the plunge and left the other office. And we are back together again, but then we've been separated for months. And then we got back together, and now we're separated again. And I've got her crafting. I got her hooked on Dollar Tree. I took her to Dollar Tree and she was like, wow, right, Laurel? And I think next week, did we say next Friday? We're gonna plan a Dollar Tree trip. And I just got approved to go live on TikTok. Has anybody ever watched TikTok lives? They're crazy, right? Like, stuff goes on all the time. I don't understand it. But I got approved to go live, and she is a TikTok pro. So I was like, all right, we'll have to do like a TikTok, but I can't do it by myself. You're going to have to do it with me. So someday we're going to go live together, and it'll be on TikTok. And then you'll be back, I know, a month. So much can happen in a month. I go day by day. And even when we were separated, we made it a point to see each other on a regular basis because we didn't want to lose touch. She's my bestie. She's my soul sister. And someday we're going to hit the lotto. And we're going to craft and travel all the time. Well, she likes to travel. Didi, you're from Indonesia? Welcome, friend. You need to find me on TikTok? Yep. Same name. Make all the things with me on TikTok. I was surprised. I know they say you need 1,000 followers on TikTok to go live. But I post those short videos all the time. So I don't know, maybe I accumulated enough watch time. And I got the message, I think it was last week, that I can go live on TikTok, but I don't know. I see people go live and there's so much stuff going on that I don't understand. And I really don't have anything to sell. I mean, I could sell my stuff, right? I'd be like, okay, when I'm finished, you could buy it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Laurel's doing the research for me. She's cracking me up, though. Some of the lives that she was watching. I love you, Laurel. All right, so now I'm dipping into the truffle, and I'm doing the same thing. And I thought this one was perfect because the center of the flower has those dots on it. And this would be perfect with the little sponge. I'm just going to go around the edges just slightly, just to bring them out a little tiny bit. You could barely see it. The brush is pretty dry. And I'm just running it across. Thank you so much. As soon as I get done, I'll go over to TikTok and I'll follow you back. I didn't know you were on TikTok. See? And I was probably in the screen when you went on TikTok, but then maybe not. I don't know, because TikTok is like as soon as you go on, it takes you to a video. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I think that there's enough contrast there where it sticks out. I don't know. I was kind of thinking I needed something more exciting in the middle. But let's work with it. And like I said, it's paint. We can scrape it off, sand it off. We could paint over it and start over. Right? So it is kind of like antique-y looking, right? You know, kind of looks like those old plates. Maybe if I put some Mod, I'm not going to commit to it. I'm not going to put the Mod Podge on it to make it more, you know, when I'm done and I really like the project, I will seal it. I like to seal it with Mod Podge. I like the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. That's what I always use. I don't know how I feel about it. I think maybe that if I had a brighter yellow, and that's what I was saying before, I need to get some brighter colors. I have mostly neutral colors in my stash. I don't have very many brights. I wonder if I think that might look good. Just something to make it pop. Let's put some twine around the edge. Okay, let's see which edge I want to go to. Yeah, I like that edge. All right, so I've got my hot glue. And I'm using jute twine. I am one of those people that likes the fuzzy on my twine. I don't burn it. It's boho-ish. Oh, okay. I don't know my terms and my styles either. I just make what I like. I just like go with what makes me feel good and happy. You'll find me mixing styles. I don't know the difference between styles. But I know in the last year or so, I have really been loving farmhouse. And I've never really been a farmhouse kind of gal. Alright, so here is what I'm doing. Here's what I don't know if you can tell, but it is making a little bit of a difference. Thanks, Bobby from the Country Cowbell. And I always do a little bit at a time. Although it's summertime and it's pretty warm here, so the glue doesn't dry, the hot glue doesn't dry as fast. But I do work in short, like a small area at a time, so that the glue doesn't dry on me. I think it's the middle. Maybe I need to do something with the middle. I don't know. I'm gonna have to live with it for a little bit and look at it and see if that's the way it's gonna stay. A lot of times I do end up leaving a project how I finished it, unless it's one that I really just don't like, and then, you know, I fix it up. I change it. I have one project sitting beside me that I did that I really, it was, to me, it was a fail. I totally did not like it, and I'll show you. And I just, so this is the white and black is scrapbook paper, and this is a napkin, and then this is a stencil. I don't like how this turned out. This was a total fail. So I've been sitting, it's been sitting here, I've been living with it, but this is all going to come off. So I am sanding all of this off, and that's what I do. I just live with the project for a while, And then I decide, does it need to be changed up? All right. And of course, some burlap ribbon. I'm going to make a simple bow because that's all I can do. And you know, I am definitely bow challenged. And you know what, let's just do this. I always say I don't think everything needs a bow. I can't make a bow work on everything. There are people, no matter what you take, you give them a little piece of wood, they do something and make this gorgeous bow on it, and it looks beautiful. And I don't have that ability. All right, so this is the awareness ribbon bow. So you just put the ribbon into the awareness shape and then scrunch down. I never seem to know exactly, is it the right size? Is it the right shape? I'm going to take some twine and wrap it around the middle there. You just pinch it together. And this is burlap ribbon. I believe this is from Michael's. It's from the holiday style, and it says $5, but I didn't pay $5 for it. I got it after Christmas, and they had buy one get 3 free, and I stocked up. Even though I don't use a lot of ribbon and I'm ribbon challenged and bows stress me out, I bought it because it was buy one get 3 free. All right, so I'm just tying it with the twine. Here we go. I mean, that's not too bad, right? Okay. And then I'm going to dovetail. And I laugh when my friends ask me for bow advice. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where it should go. I don't know how big it should be. And then, of course, gingham, my absolute favorite. Just posted that she's not coming on due to a storm. Oh, no. Oh, Christy. Okay, thank you, Dana. I appreciate that, my friend. Okay, so Christy will not be coming on Christy's Crafty Cottage because there's a storm coming in. I wonder if it's coming north, because I think by this weekend we're supposed to get some bad weather. Stay safe, my friend. All right, so I have about 5 minutes, right? Yeah, about 5 minutes. I am going to go a little bit over since Christy is not coming on, and I'm going to finish this, okay? So if you all don't mind sticking with me a few extra minutes, since Christy is not coming on. I love gingham buffalo check with burlap. It is just my favorite, and I love the gingham buffalo check with sunflowers. Okay. All right, I'm going to glue. You know what? Let's do this. I like to use a dependable adhesive for the permanent stick. So I love Beacon adhesives. So this is the 3-in-1. I usually use the Fabri-Tac, but I had this bottle, so I'm using this bottle. I'll use both this glue and the hot glue. The hot glue is for the quick stick, and this is for the permanent. So just in case I want to turn it into a door hanger, and the opening and closing of the door, you want it, you know, you don't want anything falling off, especially if I'm going to gift it to somebody. Okay. So I'll put my bow on, and then I have some greenery and flowers, then I add it. How did you make that bow? Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Which, all right. I did the infinity. It's one of the few bows that I know how to make. Or are you talking about this one using my fingers? All right. I'll wait. And then I know which one you're going to ask me about, this one, right? The finger bow. So I'll put the bow down and then I add flowers and greenery after. The little one. All right, I'll show you in a second. All right, since I'm going to stay on a few minutes. All right, let's glue that there. Give it a few minutes to really set. Okay. All right. It's called a finger bow. It's not it's not easy to see it from this angle, okay? And I do have a video on my Facebook page, maybe on YouTube as well. Middle finger and thumb. Pinch it in between your fingers like that. The end of the ribbon, you take it, okay, and that's what you pinch right here. Okay, so just leave that, your tail, leave that hanging. I leave it attached to my roll. Now I'm going to wrap it around my forefinger. I'm going to bring it around my middle finger and I'm going to go over my thumb. And so this should be enough. So I'm going to cut it now. I did it backwards. I did it the other way. I'll show you how to do it another time while it's still attached to that. All right, so I'm going to go over my thumb. And then do you see that V shape right here? I'm going to go over my thumb and through the V from the back side. Okay, now. Okay, so this is what it looks like from this side, and this is what it looks like from this side right here. See? Okay, so now I'm going to bring it up over this. And you see this right here? This part that went over your thumb? That's where you're going to tuck the end of the ribbon under. It takes practice because the first few times I did it, the whole thing unraveled. Okay? And then, watch, it's going to unravel. Okay, and then you pull it tight like that. Just like that. And bring it over to the front. So these ribbons are really good, or these bows are good if you have ribbon that's not double-sided. And it'll keep the right side out. Okay, and it does make a perfect bow every time. And there is a little trick to adjusting it. You kind of pull one side, pull the tail, and one tail always stays the same. And because I was doing it backwards, it did flip a little bit, but you get a perfect bow when you're paying attention. It's hard to show it from this angle. All right, so then I have some boxwood. Let's add the boxwood. I'll show you in person, like, I mean, you know, FaceTiming slower. Once you do them, you won't want to do the other bows, like the shoestring bow. And Levon, if you're still on here, she asked me, she's like, what's the difference like between that and the shoestring bow? Why don't you just do it? And I said, because if you have ribbon that's not double-sided, that's not the same on both sides, you know, sometimes it has that blank, especially the Dollar Tree ribbon has that blank side. And then you, when you make a bow, you don't know how to, you know, if you do even the shoestring one, when you fold it, the back side will come out and show, right? I'm not explaining it right. But this way, the front side is always facing. All right, so I'm just adding the boxwood. All right, I'm just leaving this on my sleep-deprived brain that I cannot explain. And now I just do it all the time, and it's like second nature to me. And once you do it, it's like boom, boom, boom. And I have made really big ones. I mean, you could attach them to your, your foot, in front of your foot, and you can make a really big one, as wide as you want. You can make them really small. If you get something with 2 prongs or a fork, you can use a fork. It drives, right? Okay, so you understood what I was talking about the blank side. And another thing that drives me crazy is when you do bows and then there's an image on it and then it's upside down, one side is upside down. That drives me crazy too. I don't like that either. So I try to stay away from bows that have images. I mean, ribbon that have images. I don't know. I'm weird, funny that way. All right, you get it. You get it. They're pretty, but I don't know. All right. I'm kind of liking this. All right, I have some, I don't even know what kind of flowers these are. Just some yellow flowers that I thought would be cute, that would pop. And I just get my wire snips. And so that's what I do. I put the bow down first. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's what I do, and that's what works for me. And I keep building until I like. And maybe like another little one here. Hey, Pina, how are you, friend? I am well. I am well. I know I have been missing from social media for a bit. I've pretty much only been going live on Fridays on my one page. But I've been busy. And then the weekends have been just so beautiful, and I've been spending time outside, spending time with family. All right. And then are these pit berries? Is that what these are called? These are from Dollar Tree as well. Everything here is from Dollar Tree, except the stencil. And I thought these would look kind of cool. They're kind of like polka dots, right? Okay. And then you just got to figure out how you want it to wrap around and go and stay. And I think I like it on top of the bow. I think I might like it underneath the other. There we go. I like whimsy. I like frilly and whimsy. And see, just adding greenery, flowers, and a bow makes a big difference. I kind of digging it now. I'm not so about it. My status has changed to, okay, I like it. And I'm using the hot glue for the quick stick. I usually do that with the flowers. When I am happy with it and I'm finished, I go back with the permanent glue, and I glue my flowers and my greenery down permanently when I'm happy with them. And yeah, I do. I sit and I, just look at my project for a few days. Sometimes weeks. Okay, are you guys ready? Here she is, all finished. There we go. Here it is up close. I'll show you the flowers that I did. And I like this kind of at the angle here. It's down at the side. And my friend Shauna from Frapps Scraps always talks about she's right-handed and she likes things on the right-hand side. I'm right-handed, but I like things on the left. And it's funny, I never thought about it until she said it. Yeah, so that's it for tonight. Look, I'm liking it, right? Just, this is what it needed. So, not so bad. I do wish I had used a brighter yellow, but I think the antiquing glaze kind of just dulled it down enough. And I mean, it's a pretty neutral piece. Chances are I'm going to live with it. All right, friends. As always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the Artistry Collective. We are Shauna from Frapps Scraps, myself, Leah from Make All the Things With Me, and Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. We go on Wednesday nights. We start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on at 8 and Christy is on at 9, although tonight she will not be on. Links to their channels are in my description. Please bring down that description box, click on their channels and subscribe. Give us all some thumbs up. Hit the notification bell to be notified for when we go live or upload videos. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I so appreciate you being here. And as always, friends, know that you are not alone. You matter. And have a great week. We will let you know if we'll see you next week. We'll see you soon. Until next time, lots of love.